My name is Pavel Mishenko, and I'm here to present you a very practical business tool that will help you maximize your leadership and teamwork potential, and show you how the repetitive dynamics of your particular upbringing created invisible and automatic forces that drive your behavior as a leader, as an employee, and as a person to this very day. In this course, we will look at your limbic brain and look at the habits that you have developed in your childhood without any input on your part, whether you are the only child, middle child, youngest, or the oldest. You will learn how to manage and understand different personalities and their business approaches, including your own. Of course, there are many factors that contribute to our personality development and personality formation. Our parents, grandparents, culture, supervisors, teachers, but also you might be very much surprised that the fact if you had brothers and sisters or you were alone made a huge impact on developing your personality. And if you never looked at this factor, please do so, because I promise you will never see people the same way again. No matter what role you play at work, you can be a business professional, manager, or sales professional, doesn't matter. This course will give you a clear advantage and will help you how you can become more personally productive, how you can engage other people more effectively, and also how you can close sales by understanding psychological needs of your customers. At the end of this course, you will walk away with the 4 outcomes. 1, you will much better understand particular habits that are based on your birth order experience. Number 2, you'll be able to identify and to find the right key to different personalities by using the knowledge of the birth order typical habits model. Number 3, and that could be the most critical, you will not only learn and get insight about automatic habits you have, but also you will understand the mechanism how you can develop a new, more effective habits in your life. And number 4, I hope you will develop this ability to think as a practical psychologist without going to graduate school, paying all this huge money and writing all those long papers that you have to do it in graduate school. As you can see in this outline, there are 10 sections. First, we are doing introduction right now, and then we'll take a look at the science behind the model. Then we'll look at what are the business applications of this model, and then in more detail, we'll go over each type of the birth order, the only child, the youngest, the middle, and the oldest. And at the end, we'll talk about the specific steps you can take to maximize your leadership potential, but also to maximize your teamwork potential. So, what makes me qualified to discuss birth order habits in your business life? I'm a managing partner with Leader Talent LLC in Florida, but before coming to the US, I spent 30 years of my life in Russia, and I got my first master's degree in geophysics from a top university. So I received an education in engineering, and then I never used this engineering for the rest of my life. Well, some people would ask, why did you spend 7 years of your life, even wasted 7 years of your life? I give you a hint. My mom was an engineer and my dad was an engineer. Do you think I had a choice? As an only child, no. As an only child, you're programmed to please your parents, and that's what I did. If my father told me he likes me to play on a musical instrument, I did. If my mother wanted me to become an engineer, I did too. If you're an only child, you understand that if we are loved by our parents, we'd like to pay back and we'd like to please, to meet their expectations. And that's what I did in the beginning of my life. But very soon I realized it's not my life, so I have to find myself. So I ended up getting another degree in psychology and then moving to the US and getting a degree in family therapy and psychotherapy from Syracuse University. All my life, as an only child, you spend quite a time by yourself. So I wanted desperately to understand people and learn how to have less stress and conflict in our lives. So that's why I ended up working as a corporate trainer, coach, working with global multinational companies around the world and helping managers and professionals how to communicate better with their leadership skills. So those of you who attended programs on management development, maybe even with me, you remember that we always have this a must part in those programs which focuses on exploration on one's personality resources. Why is that? It's because, as we say, your personality is the main instrument for managing other people. And the better you understand yourself, the more equipped you are with the management tools. So that's why it's so critical to become what I call a practical psychologist, because you achieve success, you achieve results through others. And that's why we need to understand their personalities, and including our own. So have you ever taken personality tests like Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or DISC? I'm certified in those assessments, and I think they're very good, they're pretty accurate. But also I believe that the model we are presenting here, the birth order typical habits model, has clear advantages. It's pretty quick, small talk assessment, maybe 2, 3, 5 minutes. You can find out what is birth order of the person you're talking to. Number 2, high retention. You will never forget if you have brothers or sisters, right? And number 3 advantage, I would say, that the birth order typical habits model can be explained by using common sense. And who doesn't like to add some common sense in our business practices? So the birth order typical habits model examines how your brothers and sisters or their absence impacted and shaped your personality. I know for myself, not having brothers and sisters dramatically impact and shape my personality and my general business skills. So the question is for you, how have your brothers and sisters or their absence shaped your personality? And actually, the researchers were asking the same question for the last almost 150 years.